As of now, we have concluded our December pilot. We managed to hold 2 sessions with a select group of seniors. In this video, I'd like to share a few observations from the session I had attended. Initially, before the session, I was a bit nervous because it had been some time since I last saw the seniors. I have already forgotten a bit of the dynamics on how to interact with them, but I think overall the session turned out well. The format of having tea while chatting really did help with easing some of the nerves, providing a relaxed and more casual atmosphere for us to interact with the seniors. I could also tell that the seniors were comfortable in such a setup. At the start of the session, one of the seniors walked into the room a bit hesitant. She was like, but I don't really know what to say. She was worried that she would not know how to contribute to the conversation. However, as the conversation proceeded with the rest of the seniors, she managed to ease herself into the conversation and then chime in at a time when the topic interested her. I would say that the primary benefit of having these tea sessions is in its ability to provide a natural flow to the conversation, as compared to one whereby we just have a one-to-one conversation with the seniors. Then in that case, it would feel a bit more like an interrogation, even though we don't mean it to, because it's very unidirectional, whereby we pose a question to the senior, then they would answer us. Then in order to continue the conversation, we would have to ask yet another question. I think it's also helpful in getting the seniors to open up, because some days they come into the room not in the mood to talk a lot. But when the conversation starts, they often find a topic that they are able to add on to. And it's also common to see the seniors add on to each other's stories. You would see someone start sharing their story, and then a quiet senior would suddenly go like, oh yeah, right, I had a similar experience. So then that's really how you see the conversation can continue, and they really just start to get comfortable. Besides that, the tea sessions serve as a good avenue for the seniors to bond among themselves, learning a bit more about those that they see day in and day out. Further, the little snacks that are prepared for them would make them feel a little bit special, because only they get to enjoy those snacks and those outside the room don't know anything about it. So it's like a little secret among the staff and these elderly who are involved in our project. So I guess they would derive a bit of utility from feeling special. But of course, the tea session was not all rainbow and sunshine. It revealed some difficulties that we had repeatedly faced during our project, specifically the lack of familiarity with the seniors' experiences, as well as the need for an acute sense of sensitivity. So why do I point this out now? It's because after the tea session, Claudine actually shared with me that she had tried to pivot away from the topic of travel during our conversation, as she had noticed one of the seniors tearing up. The fact was that the senior had recently lost her husband during a cruise travel, so it was a rather sensitive topic for her. What really got me concerned was that I hadn't even noticed that the senior began to tear up. Perhaps I could say that because the senior was 2 seats away from me, so I couldn't see her directly in the face. But then, that would just be an excuse, because even if I did see her tear up, I don't think I would have been able to get to the root cause and understand why she was tearing up. This got me thinking about the sustainability of our project, because would this mean that we need a more experienced Care Corner staff who is familiar with all the seniors' recent happenings to be around all the time? Because if not, then how would they or how would we be able to pick up on these subtle cues by the seniors, or even know how to diffuse the situation? So in that case, I feel like it may not be a very suitable project to pass on to other volunteers, or it may not be the one that can continue to happen when we are no longer there helping out with Care Corner. Suppose short-term volunteers come in, how can they quickly learn the history of a senior and then help facilitate these conversations? I think that would be quite impractical, especially when a lot of these short-term volunteers are students, so they may not be very well versed in dealing with such social situations yet. I believe that this will be a key point of consideration as the team proceeds to work with Care Corner in its second year. But for now, we will still try to focus our efforts on completing the scrapbooks first.